Okay, let's try take 2. Okay, let's try take 2. Alright, I'll just turn my microphone down, that was a bit loud. Alright, so, as I was saying, when I couldn't be heard, and I'm just going to turn myself down so I don't hear myself. Okay, let's try. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to start the tour today from the hub. This is our main hub, and this goes to shopping district, and then all the main tunnels go to bases and community areas. So I'm going to grab, I've got like 3 of my horses here, so that's Scooby's. I might take this old boy. All of my horses have like got our names. Alright, so this is down to my tunnel. So Turtle lives down here, Scooby, me. There's a Stronghold, Abby. Yeah. Anyway, a few of those players haven't been playing for a while, so we'll follow the tunnel down. These little doors that we've got here, they take you up to the biomes. I will do a nether tunnel tour. So I'm going to plan on streaming every day for the next week, and every day will be like something different, a different community area or a couple of bases, tunnels, shopping district. Because I was going to do a heap of videos, and then I just thought the editing and everything was just going to be lots of work, and probably be just easier to stream them. And that way you'll get to see everything and I won't edit stuff out. So this is my base and my base tunnel, and Scooby made me these little owl banners, which are super cute. The gold horse, that was my original horse, he's very slow. My other horses are high powered. So I've got quite a long tunnel. This tunnel just took forever to do. It was a job and a half. So next seed we're planning to live all closer together, so hopefully the tunnels won't be as crazy. Alright, these are my nether mobs. Oh, I'm missing. All my nether mobs are gone. No. No way. That can't be right. What happened? No. They were all name tagged. They were here yesterday. I wanted to show you all my friends. Oh no. My blazes are gone. Maybe if I log out and log back in. That's terrible. I do have video footage of them, so I can post that later, but no, they're gone. Oh, that is so sad. So I had blazes, and in here I had a magna cube.
OraiosKato says, oh no.
And in here I had a wither skeleton, and in here I had the skeleton. He was my very first mob that I caught on this server, and he had full gold armor. And in here I had a ghast and the zombified hoglins, and here I had my zombie pigman, and he had a with a skull on him. Strider, they were here yesterday because I did like final tests because I knew I was going to stream today, so they've gone overnight. This is my brooch, hoglins, and my pigment. But that's just bizarre. They were like. Anyway, I do have video footage of them all, and I do have some spare mobs that you'll see when we go on tour. That, yeah, it's just weird, isn't it, Lawless? Like, they were just here, and I'm so sad now. This was like my pride and joy. Getting these mobs was many deaths getting these mobs. Oh, I hope my other mobs haven't despawned. They were all name tagged.
OraiosKato says,
really
I'm sorry,
weird. Anyway,
sad face.
That's a bit sad. Maybe we should do the... What should we do? Industrial area or my base? What should we do? Industrial area or my base? Someone pick. Oh, we might do industrial area, because if my mobs are gone at my base too, I can then just log off and be sad. Alright, so I use mini bombs to hide, so this takes us up to, we'll start up the top. This is our farm area. We had got a piggy farm. He's done very well. This is how we got the blaze in. The brute. This rail track takes you to a bastion. Here comes a skeleton, of course. Yeah, and then there's this bridge. Hopefully no ghasts appear and blow me off. I planted a heap of warts here if we ever needed lots of warts. I thought it looked cool, and I had them all over there, but they got blown up. But yeah, so just behind there is like a big ghast farm that another player built that I was going to build. And then this here just takes you to other biomes. But yeah, that's our little area, and my goodness, I chugged the potions making this bridge because I wanted it to look authentic, so I put the pillars into the lava. Lots of potions for that. Yeah, so that's... Okay, we'll do industrial first. Yeah, so that's... Oh, good timing. So I really like this, and I think I'll be doing this next season, like just having the industrial area but with glass, so you can actually see out into the nether. Especially if I have a nice nether spot. Like this spot was really cool because we had so much to choose from. I'm not sure why there's scaffolding. Oh, that's right, I was fixing this farm with one of the updates. It wasn't working, so I was changing it around a bit. Alright, so then this takes you down. We quickly go through the door. Right, so this door takes us to our Amethyst Geode farm. It was really good, like Scoobies in America, and I'm in Australia. So, one of us would AFK here, and then the other one would come and harvest it. Oh, this went down to the farm area. Ah, here. Yeah, so that's our geode area. Yeah. Shards and crystals. More than what we will ever need. We had a special pick just for here. It's totally AFK-able. Lots of scaffolding to get the shards down without dying. And then there was like a temporary mine down there as well for the new blocks. Ah, yes, we have lots of secrets. Lots of secrets will be uncovered today. Lawless, you'll learn lots of our secrets. So we've got, Scooby and I have got a whole network here. Pity she's not online at the moment. Alright, in here. Oh, look, even he's gone. There was a, must be some glitch. There was even a wither skeleton in here that I bought a spare one over. I had a couple spare ones. I delivered one to Rick, and I kept a spare there just in case he died. So he's gone as well. In here, oh, that just is something we were experimenting with. Didn't end up coming anything of it. This leads to my tree farm. You haven't seen this sneaky secret. Alright. This goes to my tree farm. And this is where I would breed the panda bears and take them back. And there's and here there's all storage of all the woods and saplings. I've got to remember which side to get into. That one. Alright, so that's to my tree farm. The reason why the we've got so much crying obsidian is from the piglin farm. I had to do something with it. Now on the start of every tunnel for our industrial area, we've put a head in glass, and that kind of tells you what farms are down that tunnel. Got soul sand underneath the carpet. And Scooby and I have got our bases linked up from in here as well, so it's all like a back way. So this is to the witch farm, hence the witch's head. So this goes to the witch's farm, and it's night time. And there's not too many mobs around. Yeah, so that's how. Whoops, there are a few mobs around. And there's no one online to say sleep for me. And I don't think I have my. Oh, this. Anyway. So yeah. Oh, I can sleep in our bed. Alright. So yeah, this is our AFK spot for the witch farm.
OraiosKato left the game.
And over that way is the rest of our industrial farm area. You can probably see bits of it over there. So yeah, we found this spot and it had like so much stuff close by. With the witch's heart, there was an outpost, but we never ended up using it.
Dirty Devil 86 joined the game.
There's a few witches in there.
Caffeinated All 7 says hot.
I'm at our industrial area. So this is just our industrial area, and then I'll do my base after this. Anyway, so that's the witch's hut. So the industrial area is Scooby and mine. And then we've got our own bases as well. So then this is the... we might go there last. We'll go down the villager. So we've got our own little village. Okay, oh. So this is... It's a bit of a climb. It's a good thing I lived in a jungle because we used a lot of scaffolding. Alright, so you would never know that an entry was there. Alright, so this is our trading village. Our really good trades are locked up. But the other guys you can trade with, but yeah, we're just not as worried about them. We've got a sugarcane farm here, and we've got a crop farm so that we can trade with the villagers to get emeralds to trade for the good stuff. So yeah, this is our little... This was such a cute little village that we just couldn't pull it down. I'll just fly up. It's only tiny. See? It was just this tiny little village. Right. And to give you an idea, our industrial area isn't far. It's just a little boat ride over there. And I'm getting rid of that. I hate walking around zombie flesh. Sneaky? We're not sneaky, are we? Alright, so... And then that goes to Scooby's base, but there's another way to her base as well. I'll do that last as we come back, because there's quite a bit of stuff at that. This was going to be our office area Scooby was going to make, but she never got around to it. And then, again, this is links up to her base. Her base. Alright, this goes to our fortress. This is how I got the blazes and the withers, skeletons. Back to my base. I ran track over all the soul sand to get them back, which is why I'm not really excited about the prospect of replacing them. It's a bit sad. But I do have video footage of them all there, so I will probably just do a short clip of that and put it somewhere. It's a bit of a ride, but we found what we thought was a little fortress, but it turned out to be a big fortress but we only found a little part of it, and it was built into like a big nether mountain thing, and then the other side was the rest of it, and it was massive, but it was perfect for our little blaze farm and getting the skulls we needed. We're nearly there, I think. I think we're nearly there. I would have done an ice road, but I needed to transport all the mobs to my base, which is why it ended up being rail. So yeah, as you can see, there's a more track. That track is how I brought them down and linked it all up. Okay, so this is Scooby now. So this is our little fortress. And as you can see, these are my mobs. But they're still there. That is bizarre. They're still. But the other ones are gone. Anyway. So yeah, they're ready for transporting. Yeah. And a wither. Of course. Of course. Full action base tour here. And now, will I die in the process of... There we go. Right, so this is our blaze farm. It was not fun to build. But it was it worked really well. We only had to use it a couple of times. Actually, this probably doesn't have a trident in it. The trident will be spawning. But basically the blazes come down here. And it was a trident killer. And then we collected the blaze heads and the blaze rods from there. But yeah, it was it was a safe AFK spot. Nothing could spawn in there. Then I half slabbed everything so nothing could spawn in here. So we were totally safe. Yeah, but yeah, it wasn't really the most fun farm to make, but it was worth it. Oh yeah, there's no. Anyway, there's the spawner. I think I'm gonna have to leave this. I should just leave this area before I die. But yeah, so that's the blaze farm. More skeletons. I wonder if I can get a... Yeah. Thought I might have got a head for my, if I can find another pigman. Because I like them when they have the, with the skull heads on. It's super cute. Anyway. So that's our, oh yeah, and then that door, that just takes you out to the rest of the biome. Nothing really exciting. Alright. Now let's travel back and then we'll hit the main industrial area. What is up, you steady stone? I think she knows. Yes, zombie pigmen with feather skulls on are super cute. They kind of look like little bears, I think. So I've been trying to decide what mobs to have next season, because originally I wanted to catch the warden and have one of them for 1.18. But now, since that's not on to 1.19, I don't know what mobs to have. I'm thinking of having endermites, because I haven't really had them as pets. I did put some in the mini games that I made this season, but I haven't actually had them at my base, so I might do endermites. Maybe phantoms. I haven't had phantoms and I haven't had spiders, so maybe something along those lines. I think they're the only mobs I have, and then enderman, which is really hard to have in bedrock. I'm going to catch one on my Java world, but bedrock, yeah.
Dirty Devil 86
But if
left the
anyone
game.
has any ideas of mobs for next season, for me, something different. Not something new and fresh. Is there a way to catch the spiky bugs? I don't know. I suppose if you had something that they couldn't actually live in, you could... Oh, yeah. Could try and do silverfish. Could have like a spiders and silverfish and endermites. Anyway, all right. So this is our other area. I'll just
Respawn point set. You can
have a
only
bed
sleep
there so
at
that
night.
if we come out, it's not night time. So this is our main industrial area. We were going to just make sure there's no mobs behind me, because I've had creepers blow up behind me before when I've come through. Yeah, we were going to do a raid farm, but then a few other people did and we couldn't be bothered. So this was the village where we got all the zombies for our iron farm that we turned in. And this is the main industrial area. So everything's all chunk aligned thanks to Scooby. She went and put all the work in. We've got extra beehives here for some reason. I don't know. I knew nothing. Anyway. So this is the cute little bee farm Scooby made. It's so cute. She does the cutest things. I think that must be her AFK spot. And this is my cocoa bean wall next to our flower farm. So that's our flower farm. So we did all the dyes. Then we had the cocoa beans next to it for brown dye. Now this is our overpowered 120 sheep farm. It was crazy. Next time I am definitely probably only be putting 3 in a cell, but it was great because of the way it's the grass is layered. They ate the grass, grew pretty fast, and they were eating, and it just produced a ridiculous amount of wool. Like we've got the wool shop totally full, and then there's a shulk of each colour in storage at shopping district. Plus, but we've got the same at the back full. Yeah, so it just produced so much, and then I ended up having to put an extra chest in, and even now that's just too much. Too much. Anyway, I'll just put some of these away. Not that it matters, because it's like, who I am. I don't know, it's just habit. It's just habit. Clarky's got your head. We should have player heads next season. I would love to do player heads, but it is a nightmare on Bedrock to do player heads. I looked into it, and it's just, for 60 players, I'm going to be spending weeks just doing it all, as much as I would love to do it. But if a better head thing comes out, yes, I saw yours at your base. It's funny. All right, and then we had kelp farms here, but they broke, so I just pulled them down. But we still had a heap of stuff to smelt, so I just left it. Oh, we're out of. Why I'm doing this in the last week, I don't know. I've got issues, but anyway. Alright. And then we've got, this is where we got a lot of the basalt and stuff for shopping district. And this is our iron farm, but since the last update, they've been spawning a bit erratically. We did temporarily fix it, but it's still angry at me. But we've got a new design for next season. But it was a good iron farm, and we've got more iron than what we know what to do with now anyway, so it's not a thing. But, so that's it. Look, you see, that one spawned okay. So yeah, it's just... So, Scooby's base is over this way. So she's not really that far at all from... Her base is amazing. Hold on. We'll just do the fly-in. Isn't that amazing? The view. Her base is just so good. Anyway, I'm not going to wreck it because we're not going to do a tour now. Because, we'll do a baked Scooby tour later. That's what I gave her for her birthday. She wears an Enderman skin. Anyway, so that's... I'm having trouble walking through. Why can't I walk through? I'm stuck. That was weird. Okay. So that was Scooby's. Yeah, so many heads. I wonder where they came from. Yeah, so that was our industrial area. We'll go back to my base now, and so I have my base, and then we have our ocean industrial area next to my base. So we might do the ocean industrial area, and then we'll do my base. And that way it probably makes a bit more sense. Running. Oh, my soul boots, yeah. I've broken like so many boots running around here without checking. Yeah, so I still can't believe my mobs are gone. It's so sad. What thing do you need to do, Wallace? That doesn't sound good. Alright, we'll come back to that in a minute, but we'll go to the Ocean Industrial Area. So the first thing we have is our little powdered snow farm for our ice cream van and shopping district. We had an AFK spot for when it rains, and we ended up with so much powdered snow that we didn't have to come back here for a while. Don't worry about it. Why does that make me not feel confident or... Alright, so it's getting dark, but anyway, you know, get the good flying view. So this is how... I'll go up here because I know I've got a bed up here. So this is our Squid Farm. It was Silver's design, but I decided that I would add slow growing things on here because we were already AFK, so we might as well make things grow. So I'll just sleep. Alright, so with this one it's got like 2 AFK spots. One does fish and squid, and one you get mainly squid. So where the little AFK spot is, the little room, AFK room, that is to get mainly squid. So yeah, so we've got a Cactus Farm that Scooby built this one. Glowberries, dripstone, warts, melons and pumpkins, and a bee farm. And then the second one. But yeah, we had more fish, more squid, more everything that we knew what to do with. So we haven't done a whole heap of... haven't been up here for a while. I need to get resources if we need some. Right, so then down here we have our Guardian Farm. I built this one. Okay. That's not weird at all. And the trident's gone. How bizarre. Some really weird. Yeah, because I only put a trident in the other day. The bug was supposed to be fixed. So now they're just pushing the guardians around and they're just having a dance. So, yeah, so I ended up making a storage room just for... Oh, there's a trident there. Yeah. And then as we made the blocks, we just put them in made up. It was handy having the Squid Farm so close to the Guardian Farm, so you needed to make dark prismarine. Yes, and this is my pride and joy, my beacon. That Lawless saw. Many hours of mining tunnels for players has produced this beauty. Many hours. Many hours. Alright, and then, isn't it beautiful? Just look at that beauty. And then we made this little fishing hut for the fishermen, and that's how we get rid of our extra fish. And then we get really cheap, and we get rid of string, and we get cheap campfires and stuff like that. So yeah, but it was handy too. And emeralds, we mainly use them to get emeralds for trading. But yeah, so that was our cute little, and it's all, decorated for them. And then we'd cook up fish as well. So there was always food on the go. And they've got a little camp area. That's my scaffolding so I can abide my beacon. No, I'm kidding. It's left over from a video I made a while ago and I just haven't removed it. I love a cheap bargain, yes. We turned quite a few of those fishermen too, and then I regretted it. Alright, so we'll start my base tour. We might do the industrial part of my base first. Just to then all the industrial parts kind of done. Because I've got a secret. So basically this is where I started my base. There was a natural cave system here. And I just lived in here to start with. It was already a cave, so I didn't have to dig anything out. I just made my way around it. There was a zombie spawner, which is why I chose this particular cave. So I had easy and fast XP. Then I found a mine shaft. And in that mine shaft, there was something very special. 3 spawners, AFKable. So one's a skeleton and 2 spiders. So because of the way, so this is the block you stand on to activate all 3, or you can stay in the collection area. Because of just where they were, the water stream was really difficult to kind of set up. So I just made it into a passive farm. So while I was running around doing stuff around my base, generally one of the spawners were activated and they just kind of come here, fall down on the magma blocks, and then down here I just had there's minecart hoppers there, and then yeah, but it has produced really well. I only cleaned it out the other day, so that's just from just being passive and working around the base. And then I did have to use ice because of the water flows. They were just kind of stopping just because of the 3 spawners. So I put ice there to kind of help push them along. But yeah. A secret? No, you're never not out. Alright, so that's, yeah. I don't think I'll ever find 3 spawners that close again. Or it will be a very long time. Be awesome if I did, but now with the new update, cave updates, I may not. So I should probably take a photo of it, because it's pretty special. And then there was heaps of other spawners, like this island is just so many spawners. I haven't even used half of them. So this is my basic trades, because I always use bookcases and lanterns and my food. So yeah, this is just basic. If I needed some quartz fast, Yeah. Get my lanterns, which I always carry lanterns. I'll have lanterns on me over torches. So, and what was really handy was I would run a wall across here, and the zombies would come through, and when we had our hardcore days, and just zombify them, and then I'd cure them. So having that really close was handy. This was my first Enchanting Area and banners that I have collected. There's not a lot. Some of my first armor that I had. I had heaps of rabbits here because of the bundles, so I was breeding rabbits and getting their hides so that I could do bundles, but bundles aren't coming now. And okay, confession time. We've had people killing horses on the server, and then there was like Dark Horse sending messages. So basically I had this room full of cats that I had friended, that I had tamed. And I had name tags, as you can see the anvil there, and I'd put a name tag for whatever I wanted to say and then burn the cat to give the message about. So I was killing a cat to avenge people's horses' deaths with other players, which makes no sense, but it was funny. Anyway, and then yeah, and the bunnies had like their own little food source. Yeah, so originally in there I had white foxes and foxes, but they all disappeared. Anyway, yeah, so that was my so that was my bundle area and the Black Horse of Death area. See, base tours are good because everything comes out. Now when this here, that was my last gold bar from 1.16 round. We were supposed to update the packs, but we were having trouble with the server updating them, so anyway. And then this is the head and the axe of my first Piglin Brute, and this is the head of my first Ender Guardian that I killed on the server. And this is from Scooby. Can't hide my love for you. I thought that was cute. This was my first storage room. Very early days. And my mine shaft was down here. What about the poor horses, Lawless? What about the poor horses? Have you noticed, Lawless? You're lawless when you're in trouble and you're fern when you're not. Did you notice? I only noticed that the other day. Anyway, so this was my original mine. And then because of 1.17, I made a special room full of pretties. And I should pack that up, shouldn't I? Make it pretty. So these were my mining shulkers. So I had, yeah, potions, had torches, I had extra tools. Everything was labelled. I had a smelting set up. All done. Bed. Actually, I should reset my spawn. No, it's night time. Yeah, so then I just made like... I dug out to the world border pretty much. In 1.16. So that when 1.17 hit, I just had to like dig 50 to 100 blocks and then I'd be in a new area. This was very, very long, but it was worth it. Little stops along the way. I think that's where I dug to, where those barrels were. And then I dug the rest once 1.17 hit, and I had all the rails all ready to in the barrel to lay. Found a few mine shafts along the way. Kitties make better plushies, they do. Kitties make adorable plushies. So do panda heads. Had to make a bit of a detour because we hit the ocean. I know this is riveting, watching me go down a mine. And then, just think, you get to watch it all again as I travel back to my base. I think we're nearly there. I think we're nearly there. I think it seems longer than what I remembered. Maybe because normally when I just put myself in this and then I go and make a coffee, and then by the time I finish making my coffee to go mining, I'm here. And there we go. There's the torch. So, I have a weird way of mining, but I generally, I'll explain it because Ari's basing with me on a Java server, so she probably needs to know my madness. So, I mine every third. So I always put a torch on the floor of where I'm going to mine, and that also helps when you're coming back down the tunnel. When you're coming down the tunnel and then this tunnel continues, you kind of know where to stop because there's a torch in the middle. Anyway, and that just shows me where I've got to mine. I found a few geodes. It was just a real basic area here because I had made the other big area at the other end. And what I would do is I would, I don't think there's any here, but I had a whole heap of mine carts with chests in it, and as I came back to empty my shulkers and that, I would just stick them in my mine cart with chests and then just push it back to my base. And I need some more food. Alright. I wish we could just go faster. Speedy track. I think someone's jealous. I think someone's jealous. We're being left behind. We would never leave you guys behind. Never, never, never. Okay, we've still got a bit to go. Didn't I tell you it's going to be even more riveting taking the minecart back? As I read your banter in the chat. Oh, we're slowing down. Maybe I spaced my power rails out too far. What is the ideal space between power rails? Can anyone tell me? I think I had 7. I can't remember. Don't all answer at once. Oh, you know what? I should F... Is that better? Get rid of that white strip. Alright, so we're back now, and... There we go. So this is all my beautiful bling. Oh! Found diamonds I forgot I had. Wasn't that sad? When you've got more diamonds, what you know to do with, and then you find them and... Alright. So that's my mining area. Now we can get on to my base tour. So we will start maybe we will start in the storage room. So this is my storage room, and I was good last night. I cleaned up my chest monster off the floor. This with a star we got yesterday. Scooby fought a wither in an avocado outfit. And this is an enchanted apple. Before this seed, I had never found an enchanted apple. And this seed I found so many, but so I kind of stuck it there. Alright, so this is my little storage area. I know where everything is by memory, because I generally set it all out the same all the time. This is my second storage area. This was like I had my shulkers here. But this was mainly shop stuff, so like wings, I think there's rockets, stuff I'm in raiding. Yeah, so this was mainly where I kept stuff for my shop, so I could just come in here and grab shulkers of stuff all made up for my shop. So yeah, so this was like the plants part and the dyes. This was my nether section, and this was my... Lately I've been through so many materials because we had like a whole heap of new players come on, so I was just emptying out my chests and giving stuff to people because might as well spend all that time gathering it and might as well share the materials so it's not wasted time. That's on my odds and ends one. My redstone restocking stuff, rails, my mob drops, and this was all my heads and mini blocks were on this side, and just random this random stuff. Had so much. Oh, don't look at that. Some of my wealth. Actually, I was going to take some into Kaza too, because she used some for her fountain and had to take it out of her tower. And this was just my backup armor and leather armor, and yeah. Anyway, lots of stuff's been depleted now because we've been doing so much building trying to get the server finished. There's dirt and yeah. Anyway, all my fishy stuff. Prismarine. Yeah, that was really depleted. Anyway, so that was my storage area. This is my basement. I'm not the richest. I reckon I reckon Scooby's got a lot of wealth that she's got hidden. Alright, this is the mad scientist basement. We've got like test subjects. So like they've all numbered. They're gone. So there must be a glitch. All my mobs are gone. There was a witch, a zombie villager, and there was a pillager here, a witch and a zombified villager, but my evoke is still there. How weird. How weird. Anyway, that's really sad. All my mobs that I spent hours. I hope Kitty's okay. We'll go and check on Kitty in a minute. Anyway, so this is the scientific bed. Where all the experiments happen. And then over here, there's like brains in glass jars. Yeah, I know. My other enchanting area, and just this is where I ended up breeding my axolotls when I was trying to make my blue one. I've got a blue axolotl, but I've just kept him in my ender chest just because I didn't want him to despawn after spending hours. Alright, so this is the main part of my house. I'll just go through the entry properly. So that's what the house looks like. So we were just in the basement. We come through. There's like a coat place. You can take stuff if you need it as you run out the door. The shivering head. I had to put him back because I used him for a purple people eater TikTok. A clock. Little TV area. I just love using with the stars on the glow frames. I think they look so cool. We're watching creepy shows. Oh, and I did have like a music disc, and I did have one thing that I wanted. I wanted to get every single music disc, and I just hadn't. Oh no! I just hadn't got around to doing it, and then I did Ori's scavenger hunt thing, and now I have fulfilled one of my goals before the end of the season. Yeah, Clarky, all my mobs have despawned. It's really sad. I'm hoping Kitty's okay. If Kitty's gone, I'm going to be so sad. Anyway, this is my dining room. And I liked this. I thought that looked cool. And I had like a little sunny theme for the kitchen because it was such like grey. Needed a bit of sunniness. It's probably not something I would have done, but I quite like it. And I did like bee theme with little bees, little beehives, and got food and stuff, and a fridge. And then this opens out to the swimming pool, but we're going to have a look at that later. And then we go up to the bedroom. And the thing is, I don't hear Kitty, which is making me really worried. Actually, I might have heard Kitty. Maybe. So this is my bedroom. There's like a little patio and a swing. You can look out over the area. I love those ice. I was going to make like this little snowman village over there, and I have all these snowmen and little things, but I never got around to it. If at 1.18 dropped a bit later on, I would have, but anyway. So this is Queen Cleo. I name all my cats after my real life cats. We've got a ragdoll who looks just like that named Cleo. This is my office, my little laptop, my like inspiration as I'm drawing up the plans for my base. And pandas. This took a lot to get every single panda head. It was one of the collections I wanted to do. This is my walk-in wardrobe, and I can't hear Kitty, and I'm really... Oh no! Kitty's gone! No! No! Not Kitty! I'm so sad now. I had a Ravager in here that guarded all my diamond blocks and my netherite blocks and my gold and my emeralds. That's so sad. But anyway, at least we can have a look at the attic, because when Kitty was here, you actually couldn't walk around and look in here. So yeah, I had my treasures in here, and there's boxes of papers and records and barrels of stuff. And our resident ghost. I am so sad that Kitty's gone. Yeah, and then I had Kitty, my Ravager named Kitty, in here that guarded everything. Kept everything safe. I'm so sad. This is supposed to be like this cool tour and everything's gone. Anyway, alright. Well, this is the bathroom. Right. Okay, so we got to the maze. I'll just fly up over the maze. So that was the maze. We did a maze run. And then I just filled all this in, made it look like a ruined area, like broken bridges. Yeah, just to kind of fill it in, because it just looks so odd having the maze just stick out there. So I had to kind of do something to make it look not as odd. Nope, that was... Yeah, I hope everyone else's mobs are okay. That's just sad. Alright, we'll fly over here while we're flying. So this is... I really wanted to AFK here and get these really tall, but I never had the time to just AFK there. This is my pot of gold. Oops, there's actually a bed up here. So if you're flying and getting stuck, but yeah, this is my pot of gold. At the end of the rainbow with my bee. Then we've got a farming area. Oh, actually we'll do the Gypsy Camp first and then the farming area. So this is the Gypsy Camp, and these people were nomadic and they used to travel over here every year. But as time went on, the bridge got more rickety, and one year it totally collapsed. So these people have been stuck on the island ever since. They make their borscht soup. I don't know if I don't even have a, just you know, as you do. And they got these special bears that pull their wagon. Super strong bears. This one's grumpy because he's been overworked. For some reason, I was noticing on Kaz's, I could see people sitting, but on mine, I can't. so I don't know what's going on. But Ori built this. Ori from OK Gaming. Check out her channels. She does amazing builds. This is one of my favorite things. And they've got the little place to stay. This was standing there, but the armor stands are doing weird things. We got bunny rabbits. Yeah. This little house here, I just built this as like the game house for the competition that we ran. So inside, so we had teams, and every team had a different color. So you came up here and you set your spawn, I don't know, and then you put on your leather armor of that color, and then you did the maze, and then the people that had the most bits click. So at the end of each part of the maze there was stuff in each of the barrels, and they were all numbered, and the team with the most won one of the prizes. And we had little traps, and some of the traps would bring you back to here. Some would kill you. Anyway, it was fun. So yeah, I just made this little house to go to kind of match my house, but it was the little contest house, same kind of style. So then the farm. Is this the windmill? Inside the windmill, and my little XP thing. I thought this was a perfect place to hide it. Actually, oh, I'm out of potatoes. Wow, that's a first. Normally I'm overrun with potatoes. Alright, anyway. There we go. So that's the windmill and the wheat paddocks. And then this is the villager potato farm that powers the potato XP thing. And I'll put berries around it to stop zombies getting too close. And then we've got sunflowers, sunflower field, sunflowers, a little dock where the farm sends off its produce to the ships. Now I built this house because this was the first big house I ever built. It was mythical sausages, and I just changed it a little bit. But I lost that world. One of my kids deleted it. Not mentioning which one. So I just kind of rebuilt it just for memories more than anything. But I decorated it differently. So we've got like a kitchen. There's a villager up there looking after all the produce in the farmer's house. There's farmers farming stuff. Now I did find this. Does anyone know anything about this? Secret base in my base. Hasn't been finished. But anyone lost a chest plate? Yeah, so this was a someone was starting a base in my base. They had done a bit of work, but they never finished. I thought it was Scooby, but it's not. It might, and then I thought it might have been Clarky because it was very Clarky looking, but I think it might have been Silver. Anyway, but he hasn't been on for a few days or a few weeks. Yeah, so I'm not really sure whose it is. I've got a feeling it was Silver, because that's something Silver and I used to do, was make hidden bases and bases. And he was staying in the farmhouse when he was coming onto the server, so it was highly likely his. So there's a little office here again, and then a little eating area. I should have lit those. I don't even have a flint and steel. Oh no, they were lit. But this gives you a good view of the base. We'll sleep. We'll go this way. So I was just trying to work out ways to fill up the base when we heard 1.80 was coming sooner. Originally I was going to make all these little hobbit holes, but I ended up making my old go-to farm. And I just put a heap of melons and pumpkins. Made a chicken coop. And a cow paddock, just to kind of fill in the area. And then up here, I did all the paving. We've got our barn. We've still got our sheep. Oh, the goat's back. He was up the top the last time I... Okay. Yeah. Those goats are crazy. Crazy. So this was my little barn. Was it you, Fern? And this was just another little paddock for random animals I had around the base. And this horse I used to just ride around. He was pretty fast. Could just ride around the base. And a pig. Because they're so cute. Oh yeah, and beacons. I always hide my beacons. I just hate having them around my area, so I often put them in wells. And my other beacon up over there is in a fountain. Right. So then I made a pond and a whole heap of farming areas. If we can get up there. How did I get up there? Oh, maybe if we just do this. Yeah, so I just made some farming areas to try and fill it in. Some berry farms. Some glowberry farms. Thank goodness for vines. What would we do without vines? And then made a bird aviary. A lot of this stuff I just did in the last week. Oh, and Bunny's gone. A bird aviary, filled it up with birds, some fish and some rabbits. So I've got one of every bird in here. And they haven't been friended because I didn't want them spawning out of there all the time. I just added greenery down there to make it look a bit greener. Then I made a swimming pool area. Oh, we have to go to Ori's secret base in my base. So yeah, the swimming pool and a little spa, like an overflow pool out into the ocean. It's a nice spa. Alright, we'll go down to Ori's secret base in my base. So Ori made a secret base in my base. And so this is behind to give you context. There's the maze, the clubhouse, the panda head. That was just for photos and I haven't pulled it down. I've been tossing up, but I wanted something for them to stand in front of for photos and stuff when they did the maze thing, because behind it was just like, this was all jungle. Anyway, so I think it's behind here, if I remember. Yeah, so I remade this base in my base. It's very cute. Very close to my villagers. I can hear them working. What is that block? Oh, okay, it's stripped. I didn't like the candles. So that's, yeah, Ori's base, my base. So I've got two bases in my base. One I don't know. And the other one was Ori. Yeah, so this was a pond. This was already here. I just added to it and changed it up. And I think we've only got the other side. I just redid the map. I'll show you when we go in the lighthouse. I'll show you what it started with. So that's what it looks like now. I've just mapped it all. Probably should remove that, shouldn't I? Anyway. We've got a greenhouse. Little greenhouse. And actually here, this is where I started. There was this little hole in here. And it's where I had my bed and my chest. That was my first start, and then I moved to the caves. But then I turned this into this little bee area vine thingy because I didn't want to get rid of it because it was like where I started, but I didn't want to leave the beds in there because it just looked ugly. Yeah, so I have to move the map somewhere. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it yet. I don't think it's going to fit into the lighthouse. Oh, I'm not sure where I'll put it. But, yeah, it looks... Ran out of room. I'm glad I mapped it out now. But, yeah, so in the lighthouse, we'll go to the lighthouse. I don't think there's anything else really here other than gardens and a gazebo. Yeah, just gardens and a gazebo. Just boring filling in stuff. Oops, and I've fallen in with the polar bear. course I did. This was my first build because I built a portal into it. And it kind of doubled as an early storage room. Alright, so this is the island when I started. As you can see, the lighthouse is already there because that was my first build. So that was what the island looked like. It was just lots and lots of... This is the island a little bit further on. There's a few more builds and the start of the maze. Oh, they're just treasure maps that I found. I haven't even done that one. How's that? Oh, that's the maze up close when I first did it. Those are the stronghold maps. That's the island. We just looked at. Yeah. I think that's it. Must be night. Anyway, we can go up here. He was originally up here, but someone let him down and I wasn't going to put him back up because it was a nightmare to get up there the first time. But yeah. But we might just actually, while we're out this way, because it'll save me coming back later, just for one thing, we'll fly past the my tree farm and fly over at the Stonehenge build. So my tree farm is pretty much a straight line. And then the Stonehenge build is just off it. It's pretty awesome. Rick did an amazing job building this. There he is. Look at that. And for his first go at terraforming, he has done an amazing, amazing job. What's that up in the tree? Oh, it's a chicken. It's a chicken in the tree. Yeah, it's just the detail, attention to detail that he has done. Yeah, I didn't want to have to come all the way back to my base just to show you this, so I thought I'll just whack it in while we're here. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Even if there is a chicken up the tree. There's custom trees and all. But yeah, it is an amazing build. It's actually really sad to see it go. Maybe we could do something like it on the other server. No. Sometimes you wish you could just like click and paste something. Alright, well I think that's pretty much my base. I think that's all that's on my base. You can fly around the outskirts while we're flying. I've just done lots of little ruins just to fill in stuff so it doesn't look too bland. It'll be good with the new lighting, because I think having all these lights has kind of wrecked it. I had to have all torches there. The new lighting will make things so much better, so you don't have all the ugly torches everywhere. But yeah, So that's pretty much... Oh, okay, the trees were scared. The chicken was joker. So yeah, well, that's my base. I'm gonna go and have an investigation to see if other people are missing their mobs. So that's a bit sad. Mobs are gone. It's a bit sad. My babies are gone. Maybe it's a sign that it's time to leave. So it's going to be sad to leave them behind. But since they've disappeared, there's no leaving them behind now. I still can't believe that many have vanished. That's bizarre. And they were all name tagged too, so... I don't know. And like, why are these guys still here if the others vanished? Yes, I still have to do more base. Oh yes, I've got to do my secret base at Clarky's and my secret base at Ori's. Yes, I will definitely be doing those. Is it alright, Clarky, if I do a base tour of yours this week? Are you going to come online if I do it? You could do it with me. Alright, well, I'm going to sign off here. Wrong one. And we'll be back tomorrow with another base tour or a community area tour or a shopping district tour. Alright, bye!